Question number 6. If a partner withdraws a fixed amount at the end of each quarter, interest on drawings will be charged for dash months. Now here, how to calculate the average has to be kept in your mind, right? So what is the number of months? It is at the end of each quarter. We are assuming that it is a 12-month business. So basically it will be 12 minus 3 divided by 2, which is equal to 9 divided by 2, which is 4.5. So your correct option is 4.5, 4.5. Shrikant and Ajay were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio 5:3. Shrikant withdrew 10,000 rupees in the beginning of each quarter during the year ended 31st March 2023. Interest on Shrikant's drawing at rupees 6% per annum for the year ended 31st March 2023 will be, well, we have to calculate the interest on drawings. So interest on drawings is equal to, first and foremost, what is the amount that he has withdrawn? 10,000 in a year, in the beginning of each quarter. That means how many quarters do you have in a year? 4. So into 4. Into, what is your rate? Rate is 6 by 100. Into, what will be your average, children? If it is in the beginning of each quarter, beginning of each quarter is 12 plus 3 divided by 2 into 1 by 12. That is 7.5. So, your answer is rupees 1,500. That is your option C is your correct answer, rupees 1,500. The next question, Abba, Manju and Ria were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:3:4. During the year ended 31st March 2023, Ria withdrew 30,000 at the beginning of each half year. Each half year means every 6 months. Are you clear? Interest on Ria's drawing at rupees 10% per annum for the year ended 31st March 2023 will be. So your interest on drawing, whose drawings is this? Ria's. Interest on drawing is equal to, what is the amount that Ria has withdrawn? 30,000 into, at the beginning of each half year. Half year means every 6 months. That means twice in a year she has withdrawn. Into 2. Into rate is 10 upon 100 into, now the average. It's in the beginning of each half year. That means the first drawing is made on 1st April, and from 1st April to 31st March, the number of months left is 12. Plus, the second drawing is made on 1st of October because they're saying in the beginning of each half year. So first drawing is made on 1st April, second drawing is made on 1st October. From October to 31st March, 6 divided by 2 into 1 by 12. So it is 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9 by 12. So rupees 4,500. So your correct option is rupees 4,500. Well, read the following hypothetical situation and answer the questions on the basis of the given information. Richa, Sheena and Tapti were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. The partnership deed provided for charging interest on drawings at 10% per annum. The drawings of Richa, Sheena and Tapti during the year ended 31st March amounted to rupees 50,000, 40,000 and 30,000 respectively. The net profit for the year ended was 57,000. Sheena's interest on drawing will be. So what is Sheena's interest on drawing? Sheena's interest on drawing is equal to, what is the amount of money that Sheena has withdrawn? 40,000 into, what is the rate? Interest on drawing is 10. It's 10% upon 100 into. Have they mentioned the date of drawing, children? The drawings of Richa, Sheena and Tapti during the year, the date of drawing is not given. So when the date of drawing is not given, you have to take an average of 6 months into 6 divided by 12. So it's rupees 2,000. And the correct option is D, that is rupees 2,000. What will be Tapti's share of profit will be? What will be Tapti's share of profit, right? Will it be 11,500, 34,500, 10,500 or 23,000? So basically, you already have a profit, which is 57,000. Clear? The interest on drawings is how much? It's 10% of 50,000, that is 5,000. So it's 2,500 for Richa. Then you have is 2,000 for Sheena. And you have 1,500 for Tapti. So total is how much? 63,000. This 63,000, so basically there is nothing else in your question. It's only the profit and your interest on drawing. So this 63,000 will be divided in the ratio of 3:2:1. So divide by 6. 6 ones are 6. 0 5s are 30, 10,500. This will be rupees 21,000. Now they are asking you is Tapti's share of profit will be. Tapti's share of profit will be rupees 10,500. That is option C. Read the following hypothetical situation and answer the following question. Aditi and Saurabh were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 2:1. Aditi and Saurabh. 1st April 2022, their capitals were 5 lakh and 4 lakh respectively. 1st April, basically it means it's your opening capital. Before any appropriation, the firm earned a net profit of 81,000 for the year ended 31st March 2023. According to the partnership deed, interest on capital was to be provided at 10% per annum. Clear? So first and foremost, we'll calculate the interest on capital, which is for Aditi. Aditi's capital is 5 lakh into 10 by 100, which is equal to rupees 50,000. When it comes to Saurabh, it is 4 lakh into 10 divided by 100, which is equal to rupees 40,000. The total IOC is rupees 90,000. This is the total. What is the profit given, children? The profit in the question is rupees 81,000, which means that this is insufficient. The profit is insufficient to meet the IOC. So profit will be distributed in the IOC ratio, that is 5:4. Are you clear? So your correct option is option A. Interest on capital will be provided to Aditi and Saurabh in which of the following ratio? That is 5:4. What will be interest on capital? Aditi's capital will be. So basically this 81,000 will be distributed in the ratio of 5:4. So Aditi will get 45,000 and 36,000. And Saurabh will get 36,000. Now they are asking interest on Aditi's capital will be rupees 45. That is option B. I hope this much is clear to all of y'all. Well, Vishnu, Mishu are partners in a firm. Mishu draws a fixed amount at the end of every quarter. Interest on drawings is charged at 15% per annum. At the end of the year, interest on Mishu's drawing amounted to rupees 9,000. Interest on drawing was charged on drawings of Mishu for how many months? They are asking you just the average. So for the average, we just want, he draws a fixed amount at the end of every quarter. Clear? So end of every quarter means in a year there are 4 quarters. So basically the first drawings will be made is only on 30th of June. So how many months left is 9. 9 plus the last drawings will be made is on 31st of March. So the number of months left is 0. Divide by 2. 9 divided by 2, it's 4.5. That is 4.5 months. Option C is your correct answer. Ridhima and Kavita were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. Their fixed capitals were 1,50,000 and 2,00,000 respectively. The partnership deed provides for interest on capital at 8% per annum, and the net profit of the firm amounted to rupees 21,000. The amount of interest on capital credited to the capital accounts of Ridhima and Kavita will be. So what will be the amount credited to the capital accounts of Ridhima and Kavita? So basically their capital for Ridhima and this for Kavita. So your capital for interest on capital is 1,50,000 into 8 by 100, which is equal to rupees 12,000. And for Kavita, it is 2,00,000 into 8 by 100, which is rupees 16,000. So the total that you have, total IOC is rupees 28,000. The profit of the net profit of the firm amounted to rupees 21,000. So basically your profit is insufficient. So whenever the profit is insufficient to meet your IOC, then profit will be distributed as IOC in the IOC ratio. So what is the ratio over here? 12 is to 16, which is 4 is to 3 is to 4. So in that case, 21,000 will be distributed to Ridhima is 9,000. And this will be rupees. For Kavita, it will be 12,000. So your correct option is option C, that is rupees 9,000 and rupees 12,000 respectively. Ruchika and Harshita were partners in a firm. Ruchika withdrew 9,000 at the end of each quarter throughout the year. The interest to be charged on Ruchika's drawing at 6% per annum will be the interest on drawings, which is equal to, how much did she withdraw? 9,000 at the end of each quarter. So how many times in a year? You are assuming it's a 12 months business. So into 4 into, what's your rate? 6 upon 100 into your average. It's an end of each quarter. So it is basically, the first withdrawal is made on 1st July. So the number of months left is 9. Plus the last withdrawal is on 31st March. So it's 0. Divide by 2 into 1 by 12. 90 into 4 into 6 into 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 upon 12. 2 0. So you have 90 into 2 into 4.5, which is equal to rupees. So your correct option is option D, rupees 810. Read the following hypothetical situation and answer the following questions. Keshav and Hitesh are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. On 31st March, 31st March is your year ending, children. After the division of profit of rupees 15,000, their capitals were 55,000 and 45,000 respectively. While reading the question, make sure what is your opening capital and what is your closing capital. What is given in the question, whether opening is given or closing is given. 31st March is after the division of profit, 15,000, their capital is 55 and 45, which means that is their closing capital. During the year, Keshav's drawings were rupees 1,500 at the beginning of each quarter, and Hitesh withdrew rupees 9,000 on 1st November 2022. After the final accounts have been prepared, it was discovered that interest on capital at 5% per annum and interest on drawings at 8% per annum have not been taken into consideration. So you have not taken this into consideration. Clear? Well, they are asking you, what is the opening capital of Keshav? And I told you while discussing interest on capital, if the closing capital is given, you have to find is the opening capital with the help of the formula, right? So what is your formula? You have to find is the opening capital. So to find the opening capital, calculation of for Keshav. The closing capital of Keshav is 55,000. And during the year, Keshav's drawing were rupees 1,500 at the beginning of each quarter plus drawings. That is 1,500 into 4, 6,000 minus the profit. You have the profit of 15,000, which will be distributed in the ratio 3:2. So that is 9,000. So 55 plus 6, 61 minus 9 is 52,000. So your opening capital $52,000. So the correct option, opening capital of Keshav were rupees, is D, option D, rupees 52,000. Amount of interest to be charged on Hitesh drawing will be interest on drawing, amount of interest to be charged. So IOD of Hitesh. What is the amount that Hitesh has withdrawn? It says Hitesh withdrew rupees 9,000 on 1st November 2022. That means the date of drawing is given. The date of drawing is on 1st November. So November, December, January, February, March, 5 months, 5 by 12. So it's 9,000 into 8 divided by 100 into 5 by 12. So it is rupees 300. So the option C is the correct option. That is rupees